Okay, well, Alain, big time for Toshiba.
Afternoon.
Okay, Alain. Last time we've been talking about different things. So Toshiba is in computers.
Toshiba is a lot of things, as you say. Last time, last time I was on this
This is
stage,
not what I said.
I had the pleasure to introduce the smart TV,
Yeah,
IPTV, Toshiba
absolutely.
Places, which won the Innovation Prize last year.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is when IT meets something, by the magic of the wand, it becomes smart. So the smartphone, the
Absolutely.
smart TV, the
Smart home,
smart
smart
grid, the
grids.
smart home, the smart building, the smart city, the smart everything. So that's kind of the
So you were in energy here.
well,
What is Toshiba doing in energy?
well, Toshiba's legacy history in Europe, as you say, is PCs and TVs, is the high tech, is the leading innovation in high tech. But Toshiba roots in Japan is much more than that. Toshiba is a company built about infrastructure, power, energy, social infrastructure, water management, many things that is kind of the dark side of the moon from this side of the world, but which is basically the roots of Toshiba in Japan and in Asia. And what's really new is that Toshiba wants to make it a global business, and it's starting in France. So we have
Ooh,
this pleasure.
well done.
Like last year, the connected TV strategy started also in France and now has become a European platform. So I wish all the same thing that would happen for the smart community business that we're trying to promote over on this side of the planet.
Pretty unusual for a Japanese company, isn't it?
I don't know,
So
but
then Toshiba is far away from, yeah. So
we're
good.
trying to have we're trying to have global and cooperative innovation. That's for sure. And but yeah, I mean the situation on this side of the planet is a bit different than in Japan. Maybe Japan is a bit more in advance in some ways because they're facing a lot of challenges, as this film is showing. I mean, more even so after Fukushima. There's no meeting in Japan which doesn't start after a few words on Fukushima, a catastrophe a couple of months ago, which has highlighted, if needed be, the necessity to take care about energy management, but more over energy management, but also globally on planning the development of urban communities. And Japan is faced to that problem for many years with a population in urban density which is very high. One of the former guys said 50% of the world population would be living or is living
Yeah.
in urban areas, and it will be up to 60-70% in the coming years.
Yeah.
So this is a major development. So I think maybe what has changed from my side is it's a huge shift from a cultural shift for me, from taking care of personal technologies to collective matters, to community matters.
Yeah.
And now I have the pleasure to work for the Toshiba Smart Community Division,
Smart community.
it's called Smart Community, which I think is quite meaningful in terms of what it wants to say. So it's taking care, trying to take care and contribute to the urban planning in all the terms. And of course, energy is at the cornerstone of that, but not only. You have many other problems like transportation and urban mobility. There was a big session before lunch on that matters. Toshiba is also involved in that area. Water management in some areas of the world is a real challenge. Healthcare is another challenge, and smart community is about all these issues all together, and to find how technology can contribute to solving some of those issues and helping the people in charge of urban planning, the mayors, the local governments, to put in place some tools, and for the time being some experimentation, because it's true to say that we're at the very early stages of this new world.
Yeah, we see that in all the other areas, by the way. We've seen this morning in healthcare, even in transportation. It's like toddling, we just try to learn by walking
We're
and
trying to learn.
experiment, test, try, and fail sometimes, but hopefully succeed, and we will get through it. So that's really exciting. So I see that it's really a global management of energy, but it's more than energy. It's really kind of
maybe to give maybe a pragmatic illustration of what I've been saying. So maybe to speak about the project where we have the chance to be starting in Lyon, which is a concrete example of what we're trying to achieve there. Lyon is one of those smart cities around Europe. It's quite advanced in experimenting how new technologies can contribute to energy management, but not only. And we were fortunate enough to be associated to one of the major projects in Lyon Confluence, which is this part of Lyon between the Rhône and the Saône. And it's a complete urban redevelopment of 1 million square meters of buildings. So we're not going to be associated to 1 million square meters, otherwise we're another business. But they're trying to experiment three things. One is a positive energy building. So kind of with this smart plane there, but that's for the building. So basic idea there is to have a building that produces more energy than it consumes. So two things. One, you need to create energy with PV panels, for example, store energy, and then you need to lower the consumption of energy by any means. So smart instrumentation and management of the building, also low energy devices, all that stuff. And the difficulty in that building, it's not just an office building, it's a multi-use building. So there's going to be offices, there's going to be dwellings, and there's going to be retail commerce. So it's quite complex to be able to manage a multi-purpose building, but that's what we're going to try to achieve. And that's the future, because as you may know, after the RT 2012, which enforces that the new buildings need to consume less than 50 kilowatt hour per square meters, that's next year. The target for 2020 is to go to positive energy buildings. So this is kind of the end target, maybe in 2020. So that's a bit. That's for 5+ in a couple of years. It's 8+, anyway.
9+.
All the buildings should be that way. Second, to be short, we're gonna implement a EV car sharing system, and the EV car sharing system will be energized with roof PV panels. So it's good to have EVs all around the place, but if you need to light up new coal power plants, it's not efficient, of course. So the basic idea is to have a balance between energy production, renewable energy production, and energy usage without destroying the grid stability. So that's the second purpose of what we're trying to achieve in Lyon. And the third one, because it's good to build new, very high-tech positive energy buildings, but the main part of the buildings are old, like in my house, 1927. So we're going to take part in a renovation project for social housing to put some energy management system and energy displays within those renovated social housing. And the purpose of that project is to start interaction with real people in real life and see how the consumers interact with this new thing. So this is the concrete project we're involved in, and this is a first start of giving some tools to the community. And the last point, the final goal, is to give the community a community management system, so some planning tools, so where they can have a dashboard to measure all these energy production, energy consumption, transportation issues, mobility issues, and have some kind of a tool to help them in urban planning, because as was told this morning, there's going to be more and more people in urban cities, and if we want to have a sustainable development of the urban population, we need to give the people in those administrations the right sets of tools and technologies in order to help them make a sustainable and a good life in the urban cities, which sometimes, unfortunately, is not always the case.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Alain, for this broad view, top-level sight on what's coming up next. So we see, again, technologies being kind of a toolbox, and depending on how we're going to use these tools, we can reshape our societies, actually, and the way we're living within cities and within countries.
I think that's the goal, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, large challenge.
Thank
yeah,
you. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Alain.